Teachers could soon be searching pupils to see if they've got phones on them after the government moved ahead with a pledge to ban mobile phones in schools. The new guidance has been hailed as a significant step by Education Secretary Gillian Keegan, but the head of the Teachers' Union, the Association of School and College Leaders, says it's a non-policy for a non-problem. So what's the truth? Well, let's speak now to Grainne Hallahan, who's a journalist at Teacher Tap. Thanks for joining us, Grainne, on the show. So the guidance is there, but it's not mandatory. Schools don't need to follow it. And a lot of people are saying, actually, it's pretty much the same as before. What's the truth?
So we asked our teachers last month about what the rules were for using mobile phones in their schools, and we can see that clearly the vast majority of schools have mobile phones banned throughout the school day. In primary schools, we've seen a massive increase in the number of primary schools asking for phones to be handed in at the beginning of the day, which tallies up with the data that we're seeing that younger children are being given mobile phones. So schools are working with parents so that children have mobile phones on them, but they're handed in as soon as they get to school and are given it back at the end of the day. There's only a tiny number of schools where mobile phones are actually allowed to be used throughout the school day. And like I said, the majority of schools already have things in their behaviour policies about being able to search, about being able to confiscate, and mobile phones, the rules are already there. Interestingly, what we are seeing, though, is even though the rules are there, mobile phones are still interrupting learning in schools. We asked our teachers about whether or not their lessons have been stopped that day to collect a phone in or to take a phone, if the phone's been taken out in your lesson. And we're seeing that 1 in 5 teachers are saying, yes, mobile phones have come out in a lesson today. And 1 in 20 said that their most recent lesson had been disrupted by a student using their phone without permission. So we can see it's not so much the policies, the schools have got the policies, it's being able to enforce them that is the actual problem.
And Grainne, is there any point to having mobile phones in schools at all? I mean, they don't seem to do any good. Sure, they should just be handed in at the start of the day and just get them back at the end of it.
School leaders that I've spoken to have been really positive about the moves they've taken to ban them completely. And it's not just behaviour in lessons that they say it improves. It also improves behaviour at lunchtime. Students are more social. They see better mixing between groups of students. Overall, the experience at school is far more positive having not had the phones there. You've got to remember that phones have the ability to record sound, record images, take photos. This is a safeguarding risk. Classrooms are much better off, leaders are telling us, without mobile phones in them.
OK, thank you very much for joining us on the show, Grainne Hallahan. Thank you very much.